Hey everybody, Crypto Mentor 99. How you doing? So this is the last video I'm going to do about the Wyoming LLC slash tax advisor, crypto tax advisor phone consultation that I had today. There's quite a few people that emailed me that wanted me to follow up with them. So I'm going to do this video and send them. I've got their email addresses over there. I was going to type up a report. I'm like, that's going to take way too long. So for those of you that are just tuning in and have no clue what I'm talking about, I'll give you a 30-second update and then you got to do the rest. So Wyoming, crypto-friendly state. I heard Caitlin Long speak at the Litecoin Summit, read all of her blogs, did some videos, contacted a registered agent in Wyoming about starting a Wyoming LLC for tax consideration purposes, and then spoke with actually a tax advisor. So the tax advisor, and I actually told him over the phone, I sent the same email to 5 or 6 different tax advisors in the whole state of Wyoming. And it was an email that said something like, this is where I'm from in the United States, and I'm interested in learning more about Wyoming's LLC related to cryptocurrency laws. And I'm sending you an article by Caitlin Long. Does anyone at your firm have any insights? This company is the only one that responded. So I told the guy, I said, you may have a leg up on everybody. So I don't want to give you his name on the video, but if you're interested and this fits your tax objectives, let me know. So the response, this is going to be a long video, guys. Put it on double speed. I can't do this in 5 minutes. So this is the response that I got back from the email that I sent to the 5 or 6 different crypto tax advisors in Wyoming. This person says, hi, actually, yes, we do. And then so-and-so is our majority owner and is very experienced in cryptocurrency. And he was one of the main people involved in working with the legislation to push through the first 5 crypto tax laws in Wyoming. There's 13 altogether, and 8 of them on the docket for 2020. I'll get into that in a minute. If you would like a phone interview or a phone conference. Okay. So this is what their objective is. He says, I'm a CPA that provides creative solutions to complex business and tax problems experienced by organizations and individuals throughout the United States. So I told him, I said, I'm calling for myself, and I'm also calling for my 6,500 YouTube followers and 3,000 Twitter followers. So I think he gave me a little more time than he would give the average person. Not that I expected special treatment. We spoke 40 minutes. So let me break it down. Of course, as you can imagine, well, let me say big picture comment number 1. This is for people that are going to have some pretty large cryptocurrency profits. I guess in theory, if you had 50 or 100,000, you could do this, or at least call this guy and get his advice. Not this little guy. This is not tax advice. Or you could just take your profits, stay in whatever state you live in, don't do a Wyoming LLC, and just pay the taxes. So the first part of the phone call, again, super laid back dude, talked about the current legislation, which I was somewhat familiar with because I've done like 6 or 7 videos. And he did say that, again, digital assets in Wyoming digital assets in Wyoming have no property tax. Remember that. And in Wyoming, I guess I knew this, but I'm going to say it for the video and for the people that may not have seen the other videos. There's no personal property income tax in Wyoming if you're a resident or have an LLC. I'll get to that in a minute. And then he talked about the banking system. Remember, I did a video. It's called Special Purpose Deposit Institutional, or no, Depository Institution. And that's where the Wyoming banks are starting to change over by law, if they choose to, and be crypto friendly. And then he gave me something to look up on the internet, which I forgot to do for this video, but I'll do a video on that all by itself. He's like, Google this, look at it, and you won't believe what it says. I'm like, okay, so I got that. Now here's where it gets a little sticky. Well, and then he said, as far as the banks, and this is a great thing. So this is summer of 2020. He said there's going to be a huge change in the Wyoming banking system, meaning crypto friendly. And then so he was kind of talking out here and kind of in theory, I'm like, well, let's break it down for this guy, okay? So I said to him, and I just picked a goofy number. Maybe it's not so goofy. I said, I can't believe I'm saying this on the YouTube video, but I'm going to say it. I said, let's say that in 2020, I have $500,000 in crypto profits. Do I need to move to Wyoming? You know, what do I need to do? And the crux of the matter, which is what his practice specializes in, you could do the LLC, right? You could do the LLC, not be considered a resident, and still have tax, not tax avoidance, tax benefits, okay? Here's the only caveat. When you do and he can help you with all this stuff. Remember, I contacted the one lady with the LLC. She was a good start, but this guy has registered agents that he has a whole battery of people. So we didn't get into it exactly, and I'm going to do some more research on this. Maybe I will make another video, but important point. Where am I at here? At the 8-minute mark. Important point. When you form your LLC, again, Wyoming's LLC, there's different tax elections, elections, tax elections that you need to declare, not right away when you do your Wyoming LLC, but within 2.5 months. So you could start an LLC and then, again, and that's what his practice specializes in. But the tax election, what you designate, the Wyoming LLC to be, that's going to dictate moving forward how much of a tax break you get. Does that make sense? Right, so just having a Wyoming LLC does not make you a resident, but you get no state income tax. However, and this is where it gets, I'm almost not frustrated making this video. It's really specific to the person, okay? Because you could stay in your state, take the gain, like whatever gains, $1, $1 million, 10 million, right? And just pay the taxes. Or you could do the Wyoming LLC, take your, and some of this banking stuff is still evolving, so we may be a little early on this. I told them I'm going to get back with them in the spring and see what's going on with this the new banking blockchain explosion, he said. And again, you don't need to move to Wyoming. So this is not someone, that has $30,000 or $40,000 profit. I feel like I'm missing something. I left a sheet of paper upstairs. So basically, to set all this up, right? So, I mean, if you have $30,000, hey, that's a great amount. And let's say you lived in California, and because he kept on using California and Illinois as having high state income tax. I don't know what it is, and I used to live in Illinois. But basically, to set things up is $750. And then the registered agent part, meaning the LLC. So you need a registered agent if you don't live in Wyoming. I mean, basically, it's going to be about $1,000. A registered agent is going to cost you $150, and you could register a private LLC so no one knows what your name is and what your address is, because the registered agent will put their address in, and it's all legal. This guy's conservative, upfront. There's no shady business with this guy. And so if you didn't want anybody to know, that you had this LLC, they'll actually hold your mail for you and once a quarter mail it to you. Now that's another little charge, but if you totally wanted to be remain anonymous. So remember when I said he was kind of talking all like philosophical? I'm like, okay, let's talk about this guy. So I said to him, is this true? Or this is what I thought was a true statement. I'll say it again. This is what I thought was a true statement. I said to him, what if someone goes from, with the Wyoming LLC registered, from Coinbase to fiat in Coinbase, sends $300,000 to a Wyoming bank registered under the LLC, right? I said, is that a taxable event? And he said, yes. And again, remember a couple of minutes ago, I talked about when you make your LLC, there's different tax elections that's where his expertise comes in. And that's where he's not going to go, well, little guy, do this, this, and this. That's why at the end of the day, you get a couple of free phone calls from him. And then it's, what did he say? He's like $325 per hour, $325 per hour. So if you've got, I don't know, $150,000 of taxes that you don't want to pay, and you want to form a Wyoming LLC, this would be the guy to talk to, because he's the only guy that responded to my email. Oh no, actually, I take it back. One other tax firm got back to me and said they have no clue what I'm talking about, or we don't know anything about Caitlin Long. We don't specialize in Wyoming LLCs, et cetera, et cetera. So anyhow, I always thought you had to move there and be a certified resident, of which there's 5 or 6 residency requirements. They call them in Wyoming facts of circumstance. Like, do you vote? Is your car or boat registered in Wyoming? How many weeks or months a year? And then he kind of corrected himself, and I didn't write this down, but in Wyoming, this is crazy. In Wyoming, because there's no state personal income tax, per capita, get a load of this, per capita, there are more billionaires in Wyoming than any other state. So if you're a billionaire, you probably live in Laramie or the outskirts of Cheyenne. So, hey, if billionaires can do it, millionaires can do it. And if millionaires can do it, you and I can do it. Okay? So that's all that I have. I'm going to send this email to the dozen people that said, hey, man, send me the report on this tax advisor thing. So I wanted to run by him 3 or 4 other scenarios, but I'm like, I kind of got the framework of it. And again, if you've got a load of cash in crypto profits in 2020 and you're like, doggone it, I don't want to move to Cheyenne, Laramie, or within the state boundaries or borders, you may want to give this guy a call. But again, the phone call was not, tell me about cryptos because I don't know what's going on. You have to talk specific. And he normally gives you 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I think he gave me a little more because I'm like, I'm doing a kind of a report. I'm reporting back to my crypto family. Anyhow, what am I at here? 16 minutes? Oh my gosh. So anyhow, Crypto Mentor 99. Got a little more information. I probably, if I do this, I probably won't use the registered agent lady because this tax person, he does all of that under his umbrella and under all his setup fees and stuff. Anyhow, Crypto Mentor 99. This guy's going to Guatemala. Love y'all. Bye-bye.